Wow. This is really amazing for me. So growing up in a refugee camp, I never thought video games are not made by people. I thought they fell from heaven. Because like when I was growing up, I didn't have access to a lot of things. You know, there was no water, no education, no healthcare, everything. But the people that came before me inspired me so much that it's not about what you go through. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And when I grew up in a refugee camp, I took that opportunity to do something that can be able to help the world and the people that live in a refugee camp. This award for me today is not just for me. It's for the millions of refugees that you can become who you want to be. You can become an entrepreneur, you can create an impact, and that's what I learned a lot from Muhammad Ali as an inspiration. You can use your past and your experiences as Muhammad Ali to create a sustainable future for others. And that's what we have to do. To me, this award goes to my mother. When I looked at Muhammad Ali's life and his mother, they were fighters. And they went through difficulties and they came out of it. It took my mother 3 years looking for $300 to buy for me a computer. And the first time I saw a computer was at a refugee registration. And we were in line and I asked her, I want to buy a computer. And she laughed at me and she was like, what is that? What's a computer? She'd never been to school. And today I want to share a quote that my mother told me. And that quote does not mean that everything that we go through, there's a point where you are about to give up. But there is somebody in your life that would be there to raise you up. My family lived in a refugee camp for 25 years. I've lived in a refugee camp for 23 years. For 10 years, 10 times we applied for resettlement, but we were rejected for nothing. So to me, living in a refugee camp, I felt like that is for life for me. So when I started programming, and I made my first game, so I posted it on Facebook, and it went viral in 2017. And then companies reached out to me, and they were like, we want to invite you to San Francisco as a child in a refugee camp. I was really excited. I was like, yes, finally, everything has been broken, and I can be able to see and do whatever I can do. So I was really excited, and I remember waking up in the morning and going to the center to get my visa. As I was on the way, there was a Trump refugee travel ban. The 11th time I was rejected, and I was really excited. The reason was because this time I'm not coming to America as a refugee. I started my company in a refugee camp in Uganda. I was doing work for myself, so I came back home. And my mother looked at me, and I was crying. And she was like, why are you crying? And I told her. And she told me, let me tell you something. And I was like, what are you trying to tell me? She told me that, did you know that you cannot steal water from an ocean? And I'm like, what do you mean? So like, you can get a basket and go to the ocean and withdraw water from there, and it will never finish. It will keep on overflowing. And that's how you are as a person. More opportunities will come. Don't give up. By that time, I picked up my computer. 3 months later, my company was named one of the best companies that are using technology for peace and conflict resolution by the United Institute of Peace, Peace in Washington, D.C. I came to the U.S. 3 years later. My family are now living in Canada. You fight a good fight, do what you love, and at the end of the day, we learn from the people that come before us. And that's the most important, and that's why I'm really excited about this award. When I found out about it, I'm like, why would a video game designer get an award from Muhammad Ali? Because there are people, we can use our past and our present and our experiences to create a sustainable future. So I'm really excited for all my friends that are here today, and also my mother. This award is for her, my investors right now, and everybody from the Muhammad Ali family and the center. Thank you so much.